Hello, this is the kind of plugin showcase for my superheroes plugin that I've been creating on Spigot, so you can go download it over there. And I'm going to go over all of the features in this plugin so far and kind of show you how you can use them when using this plugin. The first thing I want to say is think of this plugin as more like a Forge mod or something. It's a massive overhaul to how survival is played. And there's a significant amount of features. So firstly, I believe there are 29 superheroes. Last time I counted. There's quite a lot. And I'm going to go through each of them in alphabetical order. And talking about them and what they do. Most of them are pretty cool and interesting. So I hope you like my plugin. Okay, so the first one is AeroSurfer. And you get a little brief description of the power when you're given it. And so what this one does is you can basically fly by sneaking. So it places glass under you, and then you can just walk on air. You also get speed while you are sneaking to make it slightly less annoying to use, as sneaking is usually very slow. The way I like to do it is just basically sprint through the air like this, though. And this is really useful in the nether, the end, anything like that. It's a very desirable power, and most people really like this one. The next one isn't so beloved, but it's pretty funny in my opinion. It's the chicken power. I think that's the next one. Yeah. Okay, so you are the chicken. So you get speed 1 and slow falling 1. And if you run around, so you've got like no fall damage like a chicken, but eggs pop out of you. So you are basically a chicken, and it's pretty cool. It's not the worst power in here, I'm gonna be honest. It's alright. There's Creeper. Okay, so if you hold sneak for 2 seconds, you explode. So like that. If you are struck by lightning, you also instantly explode, which can lead to cool combos with the Sorcerer power or the Zeus power in future. Okay. There's this Doomfist power, and Doomfist is from Overwatch, and he's a damage character who can do some really cool movement. I'm going to get us some food. This is one of my favourites, by the way. So this guy has no full damage, and he has kind of this slam attack. So I'm going to summon some pigs in. Okay, we got some test subjects. Okay. So every time you use the slam, you lose half a hunger. While you're in the air before you slam, there's basically no cooldown. But as soon as you hit the air, hit the ground even, there is a cooldown. So this is pretty cool. Like you can use it for mobility. You can just use it to just kill stuff if you want. It's cool. You can't use it when you're under 3 hunger bars though. Okay, so the next one is Enderman. So basically you can teleport wherever you are looking when you punch, and you get more ender pearls from killing endermen. So I'll just show off the teleporting portion. So you can just go zip. I think it's about 30 blocks teleportation. So it could be useful if you're in a dangerous situation, someone's chasing you, anything like this. Anything like that even. I think this is a really cool plugin for PvP. Like you could do some pretty interesting stuff with it. But anyway, okay, on to Eraserhead. Okay, this one's kind of hard to demonstrate without multiple people. But basically, if you look at another person, it shows you their current health as a boss bar at the top, and what power they have. And then if you sneak at them, and from a really long distance, like you can just from like 30, 50 blocks away, you can zap their power away. So imagine someone's AeroSurfer, the first power we showed, the walking on the air one. You could just take away their power and they will just fall to the earth and die. So, you know, it's very, very cool. And it can take away any power in this list. Okay, this is another one which is hard to demonstrate without other people. For this one, you get health absorption 1. This is a bit of a joke power, by the way. So you get health boost 1. And when you right click on another player, they get absorption hearts. So you are a bit of a healer. character. It's quite cool. No, it's not an offensive power. It's probably not the best power on this list, but it's alright. Okay, floral is really cool, but annoyingly I'm in a snowy area, so I can't really demonstrate it. Let me move over here. So basically, wherever you look, you create flowers, okay? And then you can pick up the flowers. So let's say you pick up this pink one, and you right click, you'll start levitating. Or each of the flowers has a different potion effect attached to it. So you can do all sorts. I think, this is a speed one, I believe. Okay, speed 3. So like you can use your flowers and have like a weak version of other people's powers. Which is really cool in my opinion. A lot of people don't like this one, I think because, you know, it's just flowery and pretty, but it's actually one of the more powerful powers in this thing. Because if you just have a stock of flowers, you know, you can float around, do all sorts. Okay. So, onto Throw Zone. So, it allows you to walk on water and other entities around you are slowed. Let's see if I can see the potion effects on him. I cannot. All particles, can we see it? No, the sheep do not want to show... Oh yeah, you can see a bit, Okay, so they're slowed anyway. This also works on other players around you, which can be annoying, but it's useful in a PvP scenario. So, anyway, you can walk on water like this. It's effectively the Frostwalker enchant. But you can sprint jump into the water with this one, so I think it's a bit faster. I don't think you can do that with Frostwalker. That one's alright. Now onto Gravity Guy. This is kind of the other flying one to AeroSurfer. And if you sneak, it's like the Gravity Guy games, you just go up. And then when you let go, you get slow falling and slowness for a sec. That's just to make sure you can't rapidly sneak and like run really, really quickly. Yeah, this is mainly for going up rather than traveling horizontally, unlike AeroSurfer or Doomfist or anything like that, but it's got use. Okay, his gun. Okay, so all this power is you get a gun. It's very self-explanatory. I can't remember how much damage it deals, but it's pretty decent. It doesn't require ammo. And it's got quite decent range on it. Like, I could do it all the way from over here. So, is there anything else I want to attack? Oh, there's a sheep there. Yeah, the damage is kind of ridiculous. Okay. Okay, on to King Midas. This is most likely the worst power, I'm gonna be honest with you. But, you know, all powers have some kind of use. So when you pick up apples from off the ground, they get turned to golden apples, like so. There's also a low chance of turning into a god apple, which I don't think we will see. But yeah, it's extremely low, it's like 1%, so. Anyway, this can be a good power, but most people generally don't like it, because you're going to have to do a lot of collecting of apples, it's just quite annoying. The other perk this has is if you right click on an ingot block, so like a coal block, an iron block, anything like that, it turns into a gold block. So you can, I don't know, make cheap gold gear if you want. You can decorate your base with gold blocks if you wanted. I don't know. You can do something with it. Okay, Lava Walker. Extremely self-explanatory. You don't take any damage from fire and you can walk on lava. So we're gonna have to go into the nether for this. Let me grab some obsidian and flint and steel. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna need more obsidian. There we go. Hopefully we can just find some lava to jump in. No, there isn't. Okay, we have to create our own then. Oh, there you go. You can see I'm turning it to magma and I'm stepping on it. so you can just like walk over it and it all gets turned to magma. Other people can't really follow you though because it's magma, so the usage is questionable. But I don't know. There's certainly, it's not a useless power, you know. What's that? Huh. It's I went to this other nether portal, I think. No, that is the one I was at. I've got no idea. I don't question it. Okay, here's the mole. This is probably one of the best powers in this. So I had to put this weakness on it. So basically, when you're exposed to sunlight, you are blind. But you do have permanent night vision, so there's that. So basically, you can instant break stone with your fist. You can instant break dirt, loads of different things. Okay, you can't break gravel. But yeah, you can use this to really quickly find diamonds. And now I'm not exposed to light, I can see properly. I'm pretty sure that will also... Yeah, it's gonna be blindness, yeah. Okay. So that's the mole, it's extremely powerful. Okay, here's phase. This is one of my favourite powers, I'm gonna be honest. This blindness is... Oh, it's night vision ending. Wait for that. Okay, so basically, phase lets you fall through the ground. It will bring you back up though if you get stuck inside a block. So, let's find somewhere where there's a cave, for example. Okay, there's a cave right there. That's good. Okay, so if I sneak... Oh, I think I went through the cave. It works by putting you in spectator mode and then making you fall. Okay, so here we go, I'm in the cave. And then you can get back up by sliding inside of the wall and then letting it propel you back up to the surface. Like so. And you do get a bit of velocity when you are flung up, which is kind of cool. So you can like, I don't know, you can do like a fight. So if someone's chasing after you, you can like, just jump on them. I don't know. It's cool. It's very fun to use. Okay, here's pickpocket. This is also very hard to show off. But basically, you can shift right click on a player and then it will bring up their inventory. You can take anything you want from it. There are major limitations though, like if you get hit by the player, I'm pretty sure it cancels. If the player walks away from you, obviously you can't steal from them. It closes the inventory. There are major limitations. Another fun one is if they're on a horse riding towards you, let's say, if you right click on the horse, you will displace them. So they'll be kicked off the horse and you'll be on it. So you can like steal horses, I don't know, pig astride if they're riding them. You can steal any kind of rideable thing. Boats, minecarts, those work too. Okay, Pyromaniac. This is kind of similar to Lava Walker. You get the infinite fire resistance, but wherever you run is turned to fire. And if you look at a flammable object, so I'm not sure what the Wayne does in this one, and it's a bit dodgy, the looking portion. But if I just fling my cursor around here, hopefully, game, please. There we go. Look, we're getting some. It's yeah, it's not the most effective coding on my behalf here. It's mainly because it's looking for a flammable object, so that's why it's dodgy. But yeah, you can set things to light, and it's not a great thing to have if you're trying to be cooperative, I must admit. But or if you're, you know, living near a forest, because that forest is going to burn down now. But hey, it works. Okay, so now we're on to Recursion. This is probably the most overpowered one for PvP, because if you do not want to initiate in melee combat with someone, you know, they can't fight you. Okay, so we've got this drowned. You could just sneak and push him away. It works on cows, works on everything. I don't think it works on items, no. It's only things which are alive, basically. But yes, you can just push anything away from you. Very self-explanatory, that one, so I'll move on to the next one. Okay, here's Robot. This is a very new one, as of this video. Infinite night vision, infinite resistance 1, and you don't lose hunger, as you know, robots don't need to eat. But the downside is water hurts you, and if it's raining, you will be hurt. So you need to get under cover. So I'll get under this tree. And I'm safe now. So this is quite a different experience. It's based on the Don't Starve Together robot, if you guys are familiar with him. Oh, also, that reminds me. If I get struck by lightning, so let's clear this. And let's summon a lightning bolt. Okay. Oh, you also slightly fire retardant. You take half damage from fire and fire tick. Not lava though, so don't go jumping in lava. Yeah, you get speed 2 and glowing when you get struck by lightning. So it's just based on the Don't Starve Together robot. There's a cool little perk, so that this can work well with Zeus and Sorcerer, similar to the Creeper power. Okay, Scavenger. This is a new one, and as you can see up here, we've unlocked a ton of new recipes. So if I give myself a crafting table, I can show you some of these recipes. Okay, so the first one, you can craft rotten flesh into leather, similar to a lot of mods. They make it so you can smelt rotten flesh into leather, but I've done it as a crafting recipe. You can make really cheap diamond gear. So this is literally a diamond helmet made with 2 diamonds and an iron helmet. So these do use a lot more iron, but yeah, you can also turn wool into string. That's another one. There's a cheaper bow recipe somewhere in here. Oh, this is the diamond one. Diamond shovel, which is quite funny in my opinion. There's berry soup, sweet berries in a bowl, and it's just beetroot soup. Here's the boots. Here's the bow. Yeah, this is the bow recipe. It's 5 sticks, 1 string. So you can get really easy bows and that kind of stuff. And that all the recipes on him. I think they're pretty decent, although I haven't really play tested the Scavenger much. And nor any of these new ones really. Here's slime, another new one. So this one is amazing in my opinion. It's probably one of the most fun ones. So you can just bounce along the floor at ludicrously high speeds. We've tested it and it's faster than our Speedster power, which is well, averaged out, of course, because slime is more difficult to use. So it's faster than Speed 4, so it's probably about double speed approximately in comparison to sprint jumping. So it's a really decent speed. It's going to take some getting used to the movement, but, you know, it's fun. Who doesn't like fun? What's the next one after slime? This one doesn't have anything else to it, because this power's already very good in my opinion. Here's Snowman. So you just place snow tracks before you, like a snow golem, and you can throw snowballs. These snowballs do not deal damage, they work the same as vanilla snowballs. That one's very easy to explain. Something annoying I noticed in newer versions is you can't destroy end crystals with snowballs, which is very sad. So it's quite a useless power. Okay, this one's Sorcerer. This also has some crafting recipes. So I will give myself a stack of redstone, which this character uses as the as kind of the fuel for the spells, and I will give myself some sugarcane, so to make the spell books. Okay, let's give myself a crafting table. Okay, so the recipe is just you create paper. And then you just do it in a line again, and you'll get a ton of bucking quills. This is a custom recipe for the Sorcerer. Okay, and then you can write your spell book. So you can go, I don't know, Alakazam. This text is relevant, but there does have to be text here. And then let's say you want to throw fireballs. Type fireball. It can be any capitalization, but it does have to be spelled correctly. Okay, so now I've got a fireball spell. And you know it's worked because the name has been changed to purple. Okay, and seeing as this chicken's volunteered, I will hit him with a fireball. Pretty good. And there are loads of these. There is a lava one. So you can just place infinite lava. There are cooldowns on these, obviously, as well as the cost of redstone. And this is kind of similar to Floral, where you can use other heroes' abilities, but worse, but you have access to a lot of them. So for example, there's the lightning one, which is also shared with Zeus, but the sorcerer variant has a greater cooldown and obviously costs redstone. So you can do that. It's mad. Really cool power. There's an arrow one. So let's find. Or we can just shoot, you know. The spell cooldown is universal though, so if you use a lightning spell, you're going to have to wait before you can do any other spells. So there is that to note. It's not really OP. The fire one, infinite flint and steel. It costs 1 redstone each time, so you can do that. There's a water one, which doesn't cost any redstone, or it has a redstone cooldown. You know, you can place infinite water. It could be useful for making a farm or something. What have I missed? There's snowball and egg powers. Snowball's free, but eggs got a 1 redstone cost because one's baby chickens. Yeah, the sorcerer's cool, and we're gonna continue adding spellbooks for him. I just made this guy last night. You can also recycle the spellbooks back into book and quills if you want to, you know, get a different spell. So that's probably one of the most unique heroes in this. Okay, on Speedster now. Very simple. It's just speed 4. Which is, you know, really strong, but okay, what is after Speedster? Speleologist. Okay, so if I give myself some iron ore, and some diamond ore, and let's give myself a diamond pickaxe. Okay, so this should give me 8 iron ingots. So instantly smelts and doubles. Same with diamonds. So this is very powerful in conjunction with mole. If the mole just finds the ore and then the speleologist mines it. That could also be powerful with scavenger as well, because scavenger makes the diamonds even cheaper anyway. Okay, here's strongman. Personal favourite. Originally this gave strength, but we decided that was too overpowered. So now we turned into a fun power. You can pick up mobs. And you can also pick up multiple. Yep, like that. But it's a bit difficult to do so. Oh yeah, and strongman's weakness is he can't ride mobs. So, because, you know, he's so muscular and strong. Okay, so can we pick up a horse? Can we pick up this guy? Okay, we can't pick up any more, but we've got a good stack here. And then when you sneak, you can throw the mobs. This would be good for making like a farm, or anything like that. Or you can just use it to like kill someone. Like you could just repeatedly throw your opponent up in the air. And also you could pick them up like this. And hit them like this. If they're a player, they cannot hit you back, which is kind of nuts, but you know. And that's strongman for you. Okay, here's superhuman. This is my first power I created. Very simple one. Get jump boost 2, so you can jump 2 blocks high, like so. Speed 1, resistance 1, haste 1. Just do everything a bit better, basically. It's a very decent power. Okay, it's now trap. This is yeah, it's the trap meaning from like weeb culture. Sneak and you'll leave a person behind. The skill is meant to be of like an anime girl skin, but I can't get that to work with Spigot API. So it's unfortunate. I'll need to get that done sometime in the future. But yeah, I'm invisible. If you ever played Paladins, kind of like Charlene's ability, so you're leaving this this fake person behind, and then you go invisible. It does not hide your armor, I don't believe. It's been a while since I made this one. Give me a sec. No, it does not hide your armor. But this is quite fun to mess with your friends. Also, no, actually, something to notice. This is actually a lot more useful than it appears. I can beat up this Enderman without him knowing what the hell is happening. Which is very useful, as you can imagine. And that works on any mob. You can just avoid detection. And last but not least, we have Zeus. This is a new one. And you can strike lightning. And every time you do so, you get slow falling. And if you hit yourself with the lightning, you will get fire resistance. Just so you can't hurt yourself with your lightning. Like that. There's also a bit of recoil. It's not enough to do anything interesting with, but it just kind of feels cool when using it. Like that. And yeah, that's all of them. Okay, I'll go over some extra commands now. The slash reroll, you also type a name in, and this will give you a random ability, as well as the slash power command I've been using this entire time. And that's all of it. I hope this has explained the plugin well enough to you. And yeah, bye!